This video is going to cover how to remove your mil-spec front sight post and install one of the improved front sight posts from A.G.S Solutions. Now, here we have an A2 sight block, standard, is on most military rifles, but it's been slightly modified to have the butterfly wings removed. We did this just so everybody can see exactly how the front sight is adjusted, how it's installed, and how it's removed. Now, a lot of people have experience with these little front sight tools that you use, and you just grab it, it locks into the teeth, and then it allows you to turn the front sight. What a lot of people don't realize is that there's actually a locking detent in the front sight housing, which engages the front sight post, and that's what basically allows you to turn it in quarter turns and then lock it. Now, in order to unscrew it, you have to make sure that that detent is pushed down, and one of the easiest ways that we have found, other than using a front sight tool, is to take some other tool along, basically something that you can fit in there and not cause interference. This smaller screwdriver or eyeglass screwdrivers work really well, even the insert from a ballpoint pen. And then if you take it and push down the detent, it allows you to freely spin that post much quicker than would have been done. Now, as many parts on an AR or modern sporting rifles, you have to be very careful, because now underneath the screwdriver is that detent, and it has a spring behind it pushing up. So you want to very easily let it out and not have it go flying across, because a lot of times those little pieces will go flying across the room, and that's the last time you'll ever see them. So here's a look at that. Here's the detent, and then the spring that goes inside of it. And if you look in the top of the sight, you see the threaded hole for the post, the front side post, and then you also see this smooth hole, which is where the detent goes in. Now, to install one of the improved front sights from A.G.S Solutions, simple, you just push the detent into there and begin to thread the post on. Now, eventually, the post is going to get to where it's starting to interfere with the detent. And that's when, a screwdriver or, whatever other tool you find to make use of comes in handy. Push it down and start to screw it in until you get to, approximate mechanical zero. Now, here it is. You see on the Magpul flip-up sights. Magpul sights are very, very similar. The only difference is the shape of the detent, which you see here. So what we can do, because the detent is a little bit larger, you can come at it from the side, and then you can unscrew the post. Now, same thing with this one. That detent is under spring pressure, so you really don't want to let it go quickly, because you may lose that piece. And since we already have it down in there, we can go ahead and begin threading it. Now, it does make it a little bit more difficult having the wings on there, but as you can see, it's still quite simple to install. And there you go. Now, this one's still up a little bit high, but this gives me an opportunity to show you how to adjust it. Now, one of the main differences that you'll see here between the Hoplite in my right hand and the Legionnaire in my left is the profile. And if you notice, the profile on the Hoplite allows backwards compatibility with many current front sight tools that are out there. You see the teeth engage, and it engages the detent, which will allow you to turn it. Unfortunately, the Legionnaire doesn't have that backwards compatibility. However, it is still extremely easy to adjust with any number of other improvised tools. Either a little standard nail, this is what a lot of the military uses out at the range, or if you look in the military manuals, it even tells you adjust the front sights with around a 5.56. All you do is get in there, push the detent down, and rotate it. And just like that. And it's going to be the same procedure that you do when you're sighting it in at the range. Here's just a few examples of the types of front sight blocks that our sights will fit in. Here we have, like I mentioned earlier, a standard A2 post. Here we have the Magpul flip-ups. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the Magpul Pros because they use a different type of post, but there are other aftermarket options out there for that configuration if that's something that you already have on your rifle. Here we also see it on a Rock River flip-up sight. You can see it installs quite nicely, and this is actually on the same rifle that's in a lot of the videos, which you'll see on our Facebook page. That's pretty much it. You know, it's very easy to install. You don't need a gunsmith. It can be done at home with, you know, little or no tools. You know, even if you don't have a screwdriver, I'm sure you have around a 5.56. Otherwise, your rifle's pretty useless. So, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or go to our website at www.averageguysolutions.com or check us out at Facebook. That's facebook.com/averageguysolutions. Thank you and have a good day.